The evolution of the jungle. Here's how it all got started, folks. 1971 Erie High Street, our first fruit stands, on a vacant used car lot. We put together stands from old camper tops, from the junkyard, because the city of Hamilton wouldn't give us a permit for roofs. It was great when the weather was nice, but when it rained, we had to shut down, and once it rained for 3 days straight. That's my mom. She was always there helping. What a worker. There's my dad. They drove down from Cleveland to help. There, that's on my 22nd birthday. I was making about $200 a week back then, working about 80 hours. My dad would just shake his head. Are you crazy, kid? You went to college for this? There I am. Look at that black hair. Man, those were crazy days back then. (1972) Marymount, Rooster Pike. We tried to get a little fancy back then. We put screens all the way around, we built a roof, and behind there we had a gas station. We lived in that gas station. We took one of the bathrooms and we turned it into a shower. The back of the gas station we divided into bedrooms, and we put a little kitchen back there. That's where we lived. The bunk beds were so high, if you happened to sleepwalk, you were in big trouble. This is 1972 Sims Road, across from Fisher Body. I should have been a real estate agent. Every time I get on these vacant pieces of property, people would see the cars coming in, and before you know it, someone would buy the lot from under me, and I was constantly moving from times. There's Dennis Ante, the kid on the right. Believe it or not, he's still with me today. This was another stand on the west side where Bell Lamps is right now. It was a temporary setup to see the snow fence. Man, was it hot. The heat just ate up that produce. It was pretty rough back then. There's Marcia, and she would always bring her dog. (1973), this is across from Fisher Body. You probably remember this spot the most. We were really making progress then. We had a real roof. It was temporary, it still leaked, but at least we had the sun off the produce. Bill Warner, the superintendent of Fairfield, really helped me get that through. I get up in the morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning, I go buy the produce, I come back to the stand, I do the chalkboards because that was our only form of advertising. We still use the chalkboards today. I told you everything had to be portable. You see that trailer? I had gutted it out, made it into a cooler. I wanted to paint it a flashy color, so one day I was spraying it lavender. All of a sudden, across from Fisher Body, guys were waving their hands in the windows. I thought they were saying, good luck, kid. One ran across the street, said, hey, the wind's blowing that way. You're getting lavender all over our windows. Boy, did I turn that machine off in a hurry. Hey, who's that good-looking guy? I was nervous. Me and my wife went down to the Zoning Board of Appeals and told them we want to put a fruit market there. The lawyer stood up for the city and said, you can't do that. It's not zoned properly. I said, wait a minute. Next door, there's an Arthur Treacher's. That's commercial. The lawyer said, that's different, because people working in the area can go there and eat lunch. Esther stood up and said, I don't see the difference between having an apple or an orange, or going to Arthur Treacher's for lunch. She banged the gavel on the table and said, good luck, son, and I was off and running. Now I actually had to buy the property, so I met with the owners. One of them was Fanny Cunningham. I had $10,000, but I didn't have any credit. She said, can your parents co-sign? I says, no, I don't want my parents to co-sign. They work too hard for their money. I don't want to take the chance. And we just sat there and waited. And Fanny stood up and said, I'll co-sign for you. Good luck. I said, you won't regret it. I'll never be late on my payment, and I was off to the races. Well, this was a great little store. We still have mostly produce. Had a little wine, a little deli, but it was really too small. On busy days, people lined up at the registers like crazy. We only had 9 at that time. Look at all these young kids. We're all about the same age. We worked as a team. We sold corn for 99 cents a dozen back there. Look at Dennis Andy again. When Brendan Casano brought the carolers over one Christmas, there were so many of them they stopped the whole store. In 1988 is when we really started taking a little bit of gamble with the craziness of jungle gyms and niche marketing. We added palm trees. We built the animal scene out in front. People said, "You're crazy, why do you want to put so much money in that?" But I wanted to see what would happen if I could make a store that's entertaining and fun for shoppers, again, across the line. And
When you open a plate, you get a mix of chips and chunks and sometimes even slabs the size of a penny.